External Affairs Minister Dr. S Jaishankar is heading to Moscow for a high-profile visit that comes at a crucial time for India-Russia relations. His meeting with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov on Monday, November 17th, will set the stage for a series of significant diplomatic engagements, including President Vladimir Putin's expected trip to New Delhi next month. The visit also coincides with the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Heads of State Council meeting, where Jaishankar will represent India alongside an official delegation. According to Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova, Jaishankar and Lavrov will review the entire spectrum of political ties between the two countries. The agenda includes discussions on ongoing cooperation in defense, energy, trade and technology, along with an exchange of views on major regional and global issues. From the war in Ukraine to shifting power balances across Eurasia, both ministers are expected to navigate a crowded geopolitical landscape. Their dialogue will also cover joint work in multilateral platforms such as the SCO, BRICS, the United Nations, and G20. Spaces where India and Russia often find common ground despite broader international tensions. A key highlight of Jaishankar's Moscow visit will be the inauguration of 2 new Indian consulates. He is expected to virtually open one in Kazan, the capital of Tatarstan, and another in Yekaterinburg, an important industrial hub in the Urals. These cities are emerging as strategic centers for India's engagement with Russia, especially in fields like manufacturing, education, pharmaceuticals, and advanced technologies. Expanding India's diplomatic footprint in Russia signals New Delhi's intent to strengthen long-term economic and cultural ties, even as the global environment becomes more complex.
India and Russia have nurtured one of the steadiest relationships between major nations in current times, is now widely recognized. However, that did not automatically translate into significant economic cooperation. Our trade basket remains limited. Until recently, so did our trade volume. It may have grown in recent years, but then so too has the trade deficit. Both the diversification and balancing of trade now urgently mandate more strenuous efforts on our part. At the end of the day, they are essential not just to reach higher trade targets, but even to sustain the existing ones. The answer here lies essentially in the complementary nature of our respective economies.
The timing of the visit is also linked to Vladimir Putin's scheduled arrival in New Delhi on 5th December for the Russia-India Forum's plenary session. The Kremlin has confirmed the trip, making it Putin's first visit to India since the war in Ukraine began. His last visit was in 2021. This upcoming meeting is expected to focus on boosting bilateral trade, enhancing energy cooperation, and deepening geopolitical coordination. India has remained one of Russia's most significant energy partners since the Ukraine conflict reshaped global oil flows, and both sides are expected to discuss long-term frameworks for this partnership. In October, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Putin spoke over the phone, reaffirming their commitment to what they call a special and privileged strategic partnership. The conversation underscored the resilience of the India-Russia relationship, even as both countries recalibrate their foreign policies to deal with global volatility. The continuity of diplomatic contact shows that New Delhi and Moscow are intent on keeping channels open, diversifying cooperation, and maintaining strategic autonomy. Jaishankar's trip, therefore, is not just a routine ministerial visit. It is part of a broader diplomatic choreography that will shape India-Russia engagement in the months ahead. With geopolitical alignments shifting rapidly, both nations appear keen to stabilize and upgrade a relationship that has deep historical roots and new strategic relevance. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.